wanted. So we're in a studio, but somehow there was a lag. The voice had some grains, and there was a lag. So we improvised. So the idea of today's live is I had such amazing comments and requests on the video, so I thought I will start answering them one by one. Uh, because I really enjoy good questions, and so a lot of new strategies this week. For example, I had a request from the US, a family, so they're moving from the US now. See, I get very happy. See, you understand that I was born and raised here. So for me, Dubai is home. So when people tell me, hey, you know what, we love Dubai, we're moving to Dubai, I get really happy. So so yeah, so at this family, they said, hey, you know what, so the plan is towards the end of 2026 and mid 2027, we are planning to move to Dubai. Hello, Mr. Jain. Hi, Raghavan. How are you doing? Yeah, I was just telling you, I had this request from a family from US. They plan to move. The plan is towards the beginning of 2027, and volume is low. Volume is low. AirPods.
No, volume is good.
Volume is good. वालेकुम अस्सलाम शायद क्या हाल है यार okay, sorry. Okay, so thank you. So we were saying, yeah, so they had a budget of somewhere around 12 million, and they were like, so hey, we want to live near downtown. Our kids are both 18 plus. They plan to work somewhere around the DIFC downtown area, but we'd like to we'd like to settle down in Dubai. It's a great place to live. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let me make a video on that. I was like, yeah, let me make a complete video. Okay, what's near downtown, 20 to 25 minutes access. What are the sort of communities, ready versus off plan? What are the interesting options? What are the differences? So things like that. So same idea was, hello, Mr. Rahmatullah Shamsiev. I hope I pronounced it right. Walaikum Assalam. So yeah, so same DJ PQ, Walaikum Assalam. So same thing, we're going to go through some comments that were really interesting. So it was this where to invest video. I'm just going to go through some comments, okay? I'll stand close by so it's clear. Okay, so from Relax and Live Life, he was like, could you please make a video explaining if either commercial properties, business bay offices, or residential properties, flats or villas have higher returns, net profit for investment? Please point out to all aspects, reselling, maintenance, and overall long term 5+ years. Okay, this is a good one. Crypto Man will contact on BTC 150K. Yes, going to the moon. Hopefully, yes, we do that. eBuzz, has the current region instability affected prices? It is. See, in all honesty, it's just sad. Okay, it's now. See, there's one thing. So every day, a very integral part of my routine is I go to this is old man, okay, who runs a very small barber shop, okay. So not a fancy one, really small one, okay. And so I go there every day because I just enjoy his vibe, okay. So he looks at me like a son, and so every day he's like, oh, Zoeb, alhamdulillah, you've come in, So he's the one who fixes my hair and everything. So he's from Lebanon, and one day he looked very distressed, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, my entire house, everything is destroyed. My family has to move to the mountains, and of course I was like, is there anything we can do? He's like, it's just like, see, there's one thing looking at the news, and there's one thing when you actually physically meet someone who's going through that ordeal, and that's just, so for me, this war situation, eBuzz, to answer your question, it's just sad. Does it affect Dubai? See, for me, I feel horrible when I say, Or you know what? No, the instability is great for Dubai real estate market, because where do they all go? They come to Dubai. What else option do they have? They're not going to go to the US. They're not going to go to the UK, because it's a lot more difficult over there. Have you seen the get out immigrant situation? Like it's getting a little tough. So where do people go? The next best place is probably Dubai. So when there is instability, whether it's the Iran situation, Iran, Israel, it is a very scary situation, of course. But in terms of the Dubai real estate market, it's a complete different market. Over here, people are settling down for a safe, promising future, and there are some very, very, I can't even say HNI. I can't even define what kind of people move to Dubai. There are some very serious people. Okay, these are the kind of people who don't even need passport to travel, and there are people like these. It exists. I've seen them. So it exists. So when such people stay in a place, you're okay. You're okay. DJPQ. I'm a Japanese Muslim, and I always enjoy watching YouTube videos. Thank you, sir. That really means a lot, because Japanese, I think in terms of due diligence, I don't think anyone does more due diligence than the Japanese. So I really enjoy working with um, Asian investors in general. They've got different. So I've had very good experience again. So they tell me things like, say, Zohaib, when we enter a house, we don't like just the house straight, because we always remove our footwear outside the house, or there should be a place first where we clean ourselves, and then we enter the house. So I want a floor plan like that. So it's very interesting. But thank you, sir. Thank you. What do you think about maritime cities, Sarvesh Chan? I love Maritime City. I see it's the golden belt, but it's about pricing as well, right? Everything depends on pricing, product quality. Like for example, recently the launches in RYM, beautiful products, right? But so I had a client. He was a professor. There were two friends. One was from Algeria and one was from Egypt. Now I have a lot of respect for professors. Okay, so he's like, okay, so sometimes you completely forget. So he told me, Zohaib, you advised me to buy this apartment in Marino. I bought it. It's phenomenal. I'm getting 90% plus occupancy. I'm so happy. So I forgot about this client, and uh, sorry, Dr. Rauf, I didn't mean it that way. I mean, it just went off my mind. And then when you call me, again, it's beautiful, right? When you get all those, see, it's when you give the right advice and people make money, you get a lot of blessings, and that's amazing, right? So he was like, Zoeb, hey, and I love the way he was so honest. He was like, see, Zoeb, me and my friends, I have about 800,000 in cash. He has about 400,000 in cash. But then because we work for the government, we get uh, funding on not a very high interest rate. So I think I can go up to 2.2 million on lending a personal loan facility. He can go up to like 700,000. What do I do? Should I do so he was rushing towards because some agent told him, go ahead and buy in Rashid Yatsen Marina, like buy buy a one bed. And I'm like, why? Because it's close to 2 million dirhams or one bed. It's a different situation. Now, if it's one of those guys, who's just need to park funds, it's a whole different situation. But then if it's somebody like professor's worked all his life, he's putting his life savings into an investment. Um, I'm like, okay, see, let's do this. So my company, okay, slowly I'm going to explain. I'm going to bring this out as well. It's got three divisions, okay. And there'll be three different people, because one person does not have all the expertise. So one company that's going to come out, it's going to be, of course, MZ will be just a consultancy, right? Which is my favorite division. I enjoy consulting, okay. I enjoy sitting, I enjoy analyzing numbers. So it'll be consultants on a salary. They don't they'll get, of course, incentivized, but they're not, their primary focus will not be commissions. It will be just understanding, and I want to make sure they're very comfortable financially, so that they don't have that pressure, and their focus is majorly on consulting. Second wing is a proper brokerage firm, and the third wing is very interesting. It'll be called DLD, where it'll be acquisition. So we've got these properties that come on auctions and distressed deals and golden visa, crypto. Majorly focusing on acquisitions. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. So did I answer? So Maritime City, I was saying the 2 million. I think I went again. Right. Point is, 2 million can be a big risk for someone like that, because a one bedroom for 2 million is not cheap. We have seen times where a one bed in this location, I think a good price was 1.3, 1.4, and now towards 2 million, it gets a little scary. So to answer your question, Maritime City, you just need to be careful on the product. So I was explaining to some of my investors, see, one product that I invested or I asked my investors to invest in this area was like the new launch in Ocean Views. There was this particular series of 3 beds that are selling at around 2,400 dirham per square foot, full sea view, 4.3 million. I was like, that's nice. It's a good investment. It's all right. In Maritime City itself, DR prices have gone. I mean, that's history. But in recent times, this Omniath launch, Sario was, I think Omniath is because Omniath, the quality is really good. Omniath was a really good product. Select Nautica, I think the payment plan was very interesting. So, again, very selective depending on the product. This Pierre by LMD, I know is not the best developer, but they've done some projects. I think some products again over there, the 2 beds, full sea view, if we acquired it at a good price, around 3 million, I think it was a decent investment because we had some leverage factor there as well. So it really depends. The location is good. Having a full sea view apartment in Dubai, it's a great investment. Shahid, in every launch, I'm struggling getting any units from my client. It's affecting my relationship with any editor head fixes. Oh my gosh, Shahid, I lost some of my biggest investors. Thanks to credit goes to Aldar and Keel and Miras, because now there's not just this. Developers contact your clients directly. So unless you develop that kind of relationship with clients, the market is just going to get tougher and tougher. It's a very big situation that we have to deal with. And it's sad, the ethical, because now real estate market is like a dog show. Why do you think I'm heading towards consultancy? I'm done. It's like a dog fight. Every day someone's, the number of real estate agents in Dubai is unbelievable, and I can't fight. I can't fight. So for me, when a client doesn't stop, plays funny games, I just back off. And I'm like, it's okay, then I'm not desperate. It's okay. There's nothing else you can do about it. It depends on the ethical situation of both parties. And trust me, it's shocking. See, I've met both sides of the spectrum. I've met people with 20, 30, 40 million who are absolutely humble and who I wouldn't even imagine, doing such a thing, because they understand the value that you provide, right? At the same time, I've seen people of that same caliber who try to steal my business. They try taking my clients' numbers and meeting them and everything. And for me, I don't fight, right? I'm just laughing on the inside. I'm like, wow. So for me, real estate, I'm constantly studying human behavior, human reactions. Same case with the agents, see, the first time they start making money, it's like even their graph, that ego, everything spikes. And then once the ego reaches a certain situation, you'll start seeing the downfall. And then once they lose everything, they'll be like, then they start learning humility. And then then they calm down. So it's cycles, it's crazy. But yeah, Shahid, there's no, it's just the value add, So now you need to explain to the client about you, what are the advantages you can give it to them if they hang on to you. That's just the thing. So I tell my clients that, hey, listen, if you want to flip or if you want to sell your property, best of luck, because it's not the market, it's the consultant that sells. Because I give that example of the Nima. I made a video on this, right? So I had a client, they came, he bought it at 2.9 on Dubizzle Property Finder, everywhere it was 2.9, and he's like, Zoeb, how can you sell it on profit? I'm gonna leave it to me. I sold it to my investor in US for 3.2, same day. So I tell them, see, it's not on the market, it's on the consultant. I can take your property and sell it in US, in UK, in Singapore, wherever I want. So if you want to leverage that kind of situation, you have to work with me. If you want to access my network, then you have to work with me. If you don't work with me, I'm sorry. If you don't want to do business, that's absolutely fine. So that's how we can work this out. Are you really live, Addy? Yes, Addy, I am finally, thank God, live, because we had a little bit of a situation with the cameras and stuff like that. But yes, luckily we are live. Mohammed Haris, what is the future of Dubai Land? Oh, that's a good question, Haris. Good question. I've been because see, there's so much happening in this DREC now. Every developer's in DREC. It's so funny. I remember plots selling in DREC for 25 dirham per square foot, and now all the developers are selling DREC, Silicon Oasis, that Q Point, that area, Dubai Island Road, and I don't know what's happening at Falcon City. So that's also a bit of a confusion over there. See, that one stretch, let's say near Global Village, right, starting from the villa. So there's the villa, there's right next to villa, there's Haptur, there is Haven by Alda, Villanova, then Arabian Ranches 3, then Aldar Athlon, then there's a Shoba. So, that one stretch looks very interesting for the townhouses, villas. For townhouses, I think it's a beautiful area because right next door you have Silicon Oasis. So, in case schools, universities. So, I think it's a beautiful area for townhouses. I don't know if I mentioned before, so I live in Villanova. So, I know that area is very nice for families. Apartments, like yesterday I was with Leo's, and I think Leo's is great in terms of quality, and I think I'll be making some videos about it. The quality of construction is very nice. So they were coming up with this project, so they were giving me this entire session. Okay, what's the comparison between because DREC, so many of them, Samana, Leo's, I think Danube, Imtiaz, everyone is launching in DREC, right? First, I was not looking at the area, but then now when I'm thinking about it, a one bedroom for 1 million, where do you get, Because in Dubai Science Park, I thought the prices would be really less, but then this new developer is coming. I have to meet one very close friends of mine is working over there. So he's like, the one bed will start somewhere 1.4, 1.5, and I'm like, for Dubai Science Park. So it's to answer your question. I can't answer your question as of now. I'm still doing my investigation on these areas, like what's happening. See, because for me, like, see, an area like JVC, Archan, DREC, where there's just a lot of buildings, does it appeal to me? But my opinion does not matter because the prices are rising up. But how stable is it? What is the kind of supply, and what can we estimate the rental going to? For example, again, they showed me a Dubizzle ad where a studio was going at 60,000 dirhams in DREC, and I was like, no ways, 60,000 for a studio. Then I'm like, it caught my attention. I'm like, I need to study the numbers, because if I don't study this, then it's not fair on my investors part. So I will be studying a lot more on Dubai Land, like what are the products, who are the developers coming in, why are they going in, because see, at the end of the day, developers like Samana, Imtiaz, not a joke. These guys are all entering the billionaire game. No, billionaire is not a joke. Like, I think this week I'm meeting with Ajay Bhatia. 12 billion. 12 billion he's putting in the market, and I don't know what's happening. It's unbelievable. So I'd like to speak to him, understand his perspective, like where, see, people like these, they've been here for how many years? 25, 30 years. I'd like to know his angle, so so I'll discuss with these people, understand what the plan is. Silicon Oasis is a part of the 2040 master plan, so let me put all my facts straight, and then I'll come out with an answer like, okay, what shall we do with Dubai land? um Ebuzz, would you pick a studio in Dubai Marina or a 1 BHK in Business Bay at a similar price range in terms of a longer run? Okay, good question, Ebuzz. It depends again on the location. Like for example, Dubai Marina has different zones. So this, where the elite residences and the Tamani Hotel and Tamak, the nice tower of Tamak, the 101 tower, all of that. Okay, so that's one section. That's zone A. Then you have the next section. That's where Marina Heights, original six towers, Jumeirah Living. That's another district. So it keeps going. There's one district with the Manchester Tower. So that's one district I'm not very interested in. But opposite Shams of JBR, that section of Dubai Marina is very interesting. So that's the place where I was just mentioning the start of the video where I made the doctor invest and he's getting 95% plus occupancy. 95% plus in Airbnb. Why? Because it's a walk to the beach. Because right in front of Shams is the beach of JBR. So that becomes a very attractive thing for now. In Business Bay, again, the same thing. Business Bay does not have different zones. Now this is the beauty of EMA, right? So Dubai Marina, the initial master plan was by EMA, right? So they divide into zones. In Business Bay, as long as you're in walking distance to Dubai Mall. So where's that? That is from where Damac, Maison, Privé, that section where you can just walk. So like it's the border to downtown. So if it's over there, you should go for the one bed in Business Bay because again, it's walking distance to Dubai Mall. If it's in Marina, it has to be that zone opposite Shams. Addy said, please short review and give more quick answers, please. Addy, my style is long. That's why I'm on YouTube and not on TikTok. I just don't know how to give short answers because answers have to, I want to put across the entire information, right? Okay, DJ PQ. There's been a lot of talk about the South area development lately. However, the visible high voltage power lines from downtown to the south seem like a drawback. What are your thoughts on this? DJ, I'm not a big fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the South. If you've observed, I've not spoken a lot about it. I think I would go as much as Expo City. I love Expo. The product is very beautiful. I think it has a lot of potential considering the trade exhibitions and the infrastructure, the contractors that they've used. Al Nabuda, beautiful. Al Nabuda are the ones who made Al Barari, so beautiful product. Beyond that, now people who invested in Pulse Beachfront initially, they made a lot of profit. People who invested in South Bay made a lot of profit. What is the plus over there? The floor plans, massive floor plans. There was an edge. There was something different over there because 3 beds, 3,000 square foot wasn't normal. So, always need to invest in something very unique. So until there's something absolutely unique, an airport is not a unique feature. Anyone is willing to drive 25 to 30 minutes from an airport. I mean, it's absolutely fine. So for me, an airport coming there is great for Dubai, for the economy, but for real estate, it doesn't influence a lot. This is my angle. This is my angle to it. I think we should always keep sticking to something unique. What is attractive? Who's a developer? What's the price per square foot? We need to stick to those. Mr. Realty DXP, brother, please explain why Damac Island. Oh, Damac Island is beautiful, brother. I mean, have you seen the floor plan? Today, in fact, I'm going there. I have a viewing at 4 o'clock. I love the floor plan. I mean, I love that basement. I mean, see, now that's the biggest difference. But when I try to explain to people, there's a big difference between an independent villa and a mansion. Private parking is like it gives you that Avengers Tony Stark vibes, like almost 7 cars, private parking. You have a bar area. We don't have astaghfirullah, but you have that area for like a lounge. You have a gym area, steam, sauna, private. All that is just on the basement, and then you have your living area, massive bedrooms, all of that facing a lagoon. The price is unbelievable. 13 million for a mansion, 13 to 15 million. Unbelievable investment. I think two of my top investments at this stage. One is Farm Gardens, that's coming up by EMA, and Damak Islands. These two are phenomenal investments. Um, Hariom, great advice from previous videos. Invested in Al Furjan and Maritime. What are your thoughts on Ras Al Khaimah? Furjan, great, excellent investments, brother. My thoughts on Ras Al Khaimah is that the casino is going to be a bomb. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to really boost the economy of Ras Al Khaimah and UAE in general. 100%. I was just when I just see the number of tourists coming into Dubai. See, now when I think of it, I'm like, yeah, man, 100%. Every weekend, like, I mean, at least we'd also love to go because see, everyone loves a vibe, right? Why does JBR sell? JBR has some of the oldest apartments in Dubai, but why does JBR sell? Because it's the vibe. Now, people love that energy. I think that kind of energy will be imparted over there in the Wynn Casino. But personally, I don't know if you know, I invested in Cinia because I like something very niche. But that's the same thing. If you, for example, in Ras Al Khaimah, I think some of the good investments were Nobu, Address, Marriott. I think these are some interesting investments. You need to be very picky on which you invest because the kind of crowd who's going to go to Ras Al Khaimah, these are not your normal rich people. These are Chinese rich, American rich. you know, these kind of people who, you must think people who are willing to lose $100,000 a night. That's another level. So Andy said, please control your diet also. Last year's body increased like Dubai property prices. You have no idea. Actually, I've been training very aggressive boxing, and so it's not actually in a funny way. I'm growing a buff. Like some. You should check out my Instagram. I'm getting and I'm fighting with Russians. It's really cool. So I'm completely eat healthy mode and I train every day, 5 to 6 days a week without failure. Um, your thoughts on the heights size were a bit smaller. Do you think, since it's a bit small, do you think it's a beginning of the 100% master community? It's as successful as Sun and Eden, which is 100% game. Muwahid, very good question. But first thing, Heights has been cancelled. I don't know if you've heard about this, but Heights, the project has been cancelled for now. I think it'll resume probably next year. Yes, start of a master plan with certain developers is a no-brainer. You can just close your eyes and invest. Put the money. It will increase. Mostly, especially like products like Imar. See, no, any community, like for example, Rashid Yachts and Marina. Do you remember the start of the master plan over there? That we're talking about Seascape, Seagate. We're looking at people who bought 2 beds full sea view at like what 2.3, 2.4, 1 beds 1.3, 1.4. And this is just one example. I'm saying you can look at any Imar's master plan. First, if you've invested, you're happy. So the investors, so one of the major reasons that helped me boost my career was everyone I forced to invest in Dubai Hills and Dubai Creek Hub because then it was not very prominent in 2017. Dubai Hills, their investment almost tripled, and Dubai Creek Harbor close to double. But see, when you make that kind of money for your investors, then they just close your eyes and give you money. And then I'm like, I'm scared because I don't know where to put that money in. But Imar, yes, when it does come, you can close your eyes and invest. Greed makes the world crazy. Absolutely, brother. And I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen that in life. I've seen money changing people, and it's a very painful thing. And because by the time they realize what they've done, it'll always be too late. So making money is one thing. Being able to handle money is a completely different thing. How big of a budget do I need to partner with you? MS, one more question. Okay, what do you think of Imtiaz Cove, the 30-floor building, and the fact that Samana is launching almost identical building right next to it? So I have a mentor or a guru, okay, who taught me a lot of things. And he has reached another level in life at this stage. He doesn't do real estate anymore. He does joint ventures. So he's a land bank. I think he owns a lot of lands, and he sort of does these joint ventures with different developers. So so I get a lot of insight into these projects. So these projects they're talking about, most of the lands are owned by this person. So I can't speak anything negative about it on YouTube Live, basically. But I have to do a lot of research. Like Samana, like I was just mentioning, Samana, Imtiaz, Leos, all of them are coming. I need to assess what are the floor plans, what are the building materials used, what is the future of that location. This is like, see, for example, if it's a location like Q Point, where they're just buildings. But then my judgment can be wrong because Arjan is the same thing. It's just a lot of buildings, but the prices rose and the rents are quite high. So I need to do a bit more research of this area, understand what the prices are, what the rental value is, what the sale value is it worth it, what is the payment plan. And then I will, but I'll 100% make a report on this. I will definitely make a report on this. Hashim Raza, you're the best. Learned so much as a Dubai agent from you and guiding my clients as well. God bless you. God bless you, Hashim. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Really means a lot. That's the plan, brother. You know, now investors are one thing. I love making event like agent, anyone I work with. For example, this person was yawning over here right next to me. This guy, he's been the guy behind the camera like for 3 years now. Okay, and I keep forcing him. You need to go to the next level, do digital marketing company, do this. But problem is I pamper people too much and they get a bit lazy. But it's okay. Now finally, he fell in love. He got engaged, and his girlfriend is an artist. And then I was like, hey, you know what? At least don't make her. She was doing a job, and I'm like, what? She's doing a job. 3,000. Are you mad? No ways. And I'm like, you need to start up a company. And then I've set up this company where they'll do art workshops and they'll sell art. And then of course I'll channelize that business. I'll be like, hey, you should sell it for villas on the palm and everything. But I get so happy when people. So he recently got his license. He bought a car. I'm so happy. I'm like, go, move, go forward, try. But that's the idea. You need to build not just a community of investors, but even the people who work with you when they make money. I'm so happy, because I'm surrounded by a lot of blessings, a lot of positivity. It's amazing. Um, Sharad Gupta, hi. Would you recommend Damak's new master community for townhouse islands for self-use and for Mr. Gupta? I'm actually taking one of my favorite clients. I love these people. All right, they've moved from the UK. It's been about a year. I've been doing a lot of business with them for the last 1 year. So I'm actually taking them at 4 o'clock to the island, to location to source some samples, understand floor plans. And I wouldn't mess with these guys. So I told them that I think it's a beautiful place for you guys. You guys should definitely look into something like this. It's a great place to stay. I would love. I would personally love. It's 100%, Mr. Gupta. I think it's one of the best floor plans in the market. I love a good floor plan, and to live in something like that in Dubai, I think it's a great opportunity. Adi said, nowadays Dubai JBR beach is full of local, mostly Desi. What do you think after Jebel launched, authorities dumped Dubai? Adi, see, see, a lot of people say that when the airport came, they're like, oh my God, this is the new downtown. This is the new center of Dubai. I just don't believe in that. I believe downtown will always be downtown. Creek Harbour is a beautiful addition. Like, Burj Khalifa will be like the king. Creek Harbour, Creek Tower will be like the queen. Same thing. JBR, see, now just because downtown Dubai Marina JBR has come, has it killed the market of Dera or Karama or Dubai? No, it has its own market. It has its own beauty. Any day you go to the Dera Spice Market or you go to the Dera Creek, it has its own beauty, it has its own vibe, it has its own crowd. So I think there will be always a crowd for JBR, and Dubai Marina. But the kind of people who are, you must always understand, there are like close to 150,000 new visas issued every year. There is this beautiful new crowd coming in from the UK, from US, from Europe, from China, from Singapore. These people, so there will be a new crowd that comes to areas like these. It's not going to kill. See, something beautiful will always remain beautiful. See, that is my, maybe let's say, a debate between Business Bay, JVC, Arjan. These are functional locations. It's not exactly beautiful, right? Business Bay, of course, I can't mention Business Bay because it's next to downtown Dubai. But JVC, Arjan, Science Park, all these places are functional. It works. I wouldn't say it's beautiful, but a JBR and a Dubai Marina is just beautiful. It'll always be a great place to live, or and it'll always have that vibe. Hi, would you recommend selfies? Like I mentioned that. Hi, would you recommend Fintamax Islands for selfies in 4 to 5 years time? Mr. Gupta, like I've mentioned, I've recommended this community to some very very close. Like they've become like family now, but they were my investors. I told them that because these people live in fancy hotels. I've got some people live. This is fun. I know some people who live in Burj Al Arab, live in Royal Atlantis, live in Rajesh Creek Harbor, and I'm like, you guys are spending a fortune every month. I think you should consider moving to some place like this. It's private, it's exclusive, it's beautiful, and it's a good investment value as well. So I've recommended it to a lot of very very close people of mine. The confidential spill. I have a one bed in Damac Hills giving me 10% ROI. Is it good to buy another one as prices are still low as 600? 100%. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I would prefer investing in something like Damac Hills at 600K to these other areas that I've mentioned, and see if it's worked for you, go for it, right? I mean, you're the biggest testament to your investment. Go for it, 100%. Poonam Walia, what do you think of Sky Hills too? Poonam, I think the prices are very good. I like the location. I like the fact that it's very close to the Dubai Hills, very close to the Dubai Hills Mall, close to all the schools. I haven't personally visited the location. I have to. I've scheduled it for next week because I would really want to do an entire sort of tour. Science Park, DREC, Silicon Oasis, anything else that I've missed. So these are quite interesting. I really need to understand if the investment, like I would just want to understand the investment trajectory. Sahara connection. Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad wa alaikum salam. Do you speak French? To make an investment of 800,000 euro, but I speak neither English or Arabic. Thank you very much. Can you send a reply to this guy that I have someone who speaks French? I have a lot of friends. And the best part is a lot of Middle Eastern countries, Morocco, Algeria, they all speak French. I'll make sure someone in French does communicate with you. Okay. ACUTD for D2, would you recommend single row with green balcony views near the central amenities or corner units? See, corner is a no-brainer, 100%, but getting a corner is a whole different situation. If you get a corner, don't miss it. But if not, this is also not so bad. Because I don't know, it's just a bigger plot, right? All families love a big plot. They want to throw the kids outside the house so they can run around and play, and the parents can just breathe, have a cup of coffee in peace. So that is precisely the point. They'll have a little that side patch, where the kids can play some football or cricket or badminton or something, and then the parents can just have a nice cozy chair, table, sit down, have a cup of tea. Shobha Elwood, good for investment or good for self-use? Okay, this is a very... Okay, I'm not, no offense towards Shobha. Okay, I really love the construction quality, but I think the floor plans of Elwood are not the best. Okay, I shouldn't say this. Okay, the point is that I think we should... I think you should do a comparative analysis between Shobha Elwood Farm Gardens in District 11 of MBR City. There are some interesting opportunities. You look into that. No, it's very funny. You should even check out Avina in Valley. You should. It's a very fun fact. Okay, this is entire new sort of master community by Nikhil uh, at the border of Silicon Oasis. It's called Greenwood. So I think a comparative between all four, understand the floor plans, pricing, payment plan, then you'll probably be able to make a good decision. Okay. MS, I've got a one bed in Dubai Studio City in Glitz 2 for 570,000 and currently rented at 60K. Do you think I should sell it or stay in it for the ROI it's giving me? Stay. Don't sell. See, if you've bought, so this again, I don't know why I keep referring to the doctor. Okay, then again, example. Okay, so he bought something similar in IMPZ, and he's like, hey Zoeb, if you want me to get more liquidity, I'll sell. I would don't sell. If you bought something like before, like during that 2021 and before, those prices are never coming back. You're not going to get this is beautiful ROI, 10%. Why would it's a cash cow? Refinance the property. Use smart techniques. Refinance, get money out of it, invest it there if required. If not, just don't exit. If something is working for you, do not sell it because you're not going to get these prices again. Faiz Usman, what are your thoughts on Emar's pricing on current projects, especially the apartments? A 1 and 2 bed in RYM, Greek, and DHS seem high. Can't see the price going a lot higher. Yes, Mr. Usman. Absolutely. This is precisely my point. Now, again, I love Emar. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in 2009, I was working with Emar. I think, alhamdulillah, I think Emar is one of the biggest reasons I'm here today. Absolutely love Emar. And I'll give you a live example. Last year, May 2023, one of my investors, just one of my investors, he bought 2 beds, Creek Quarters, 2.4 million, full Creek and Creek Tower view. Beautiful investment, right? And I think now a product of similar caliber is selling at 4 million. So now is the time you need to be very careful and have a lot more due diligence on where you're investing, because at that price, how long will it take? See, because the whole thing changed. Making almost 1.5 million dirhams profit in 1 year, now I think it'll take 2 to 3 years, and then you need to just understand that trajectory, and then you have to compare, do I have any better investment opportunities? So that's the whole idea. Okay, Mohammed Haris, what are the key factors we have to consider for end user purpose and investment purpose? Mohammed Haris, end user is simple. It's just something you love to stay. You're very happy with. Just you need to be happy in the place. That's it. You should love the floor plan. Your wife should love it. I think that's the most important thing for end user. Your wife and kids should love it. Wife, in fact, not even kids. Your wife should love it, and you're fine. You're good to go. You can go work in peace. For investment, it's location, price per square foot, quality, developer, brand name of the developer. What are the factors that could influence a location? For example, in Silicon Oasis, a metro station is coming in, so that's probably going to help a little bit, because if someone tells me, oh, there's a metro station coming to Palm Jumeirah, it doesn't matter, because, or Dubai Hills, I don't think that audience needs a metro station, but the audience in Silicon Oasis, a metro station plays a huge role. In Furjan, it does play a huge role. So, things like these, and you will be able to make a sensible investment. Kashish Agarwal, what is your viewpoint on Avina, the semi-detached villas in Valley Phase 2? Where do you see its prices going up to? Kashish Agarwal, Avina is a beautiful product, beautiful. Very rarely I see floor plans that I'm absolutely in love with, and for the price, I think, like Avina, there are a few comparisons to, but beautiful product. I see the price is doubling, if not more, but double, yeah, because it's rare. I think an Avina is better than most of the independent villas that I've seen, the floor plan of Avina, and it's about half the price. So that's why. So if I compare an Elwood and Avina, I always give that comparison to my investors. I'm like, hey, make a wise choice, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the comparisons. Um, Mir Realtor Dubai, inspiring from my videos. Want some training from you? Where can I contact you, brother? Please DM me on Insta, and then, inshallah. Do you think it's a worry that big developers such as Emar? Oh shit. Guys, I have only 3 minutes left. I'm sorry, it was supposed to start at 2, but there were some unfortunate technical delays. I have to leave in 3 minutes. Was amazing. I love this. I think I'm going to do it again on Monday, 4 p.m. Is that the US time? 4 p.m.? Okay, Monday, because some US investors told me to work it out for the US market as well. I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. So I'll be coming. I'll do this again on Monday. What I'll do is I'll maybe extend it a bit more. I'll make it like a 90-minute session so that I can cover for the US market as well. Okay, so Fez, do you think it's a worry that big developers such as Emaar and Damac are doing launches every week? Emaar are on track to double their output this year. Do you think there'll be an oversupply issue? Fez, I don't think there's an oversupply issue. In 2026, there will be a large supply of products into the market. It'll take around 4 to 6 months for the market to absorb all these products. But once the products are absorbed, because considering the number of people, see, I'm at a very different platform, guys. See, now, again, Alhamdulillah, the fact, because I'm on YouTube, I'm able to speak to investors from across the world. It's unbelievable every day. And all these people are considering moving to Dubai, and these are really high profile individuals, you know. And so there is, and not just high profile individuals, I'm saying individuals from every spectrum, because it is getting very difficult in the West, and Dubai is growing strong. Even industrialization is coming. That's big, you know. And it's just growing strong because, see, democracy doesn't work, unfortunately. We've seen that time and again. And here, the rulers, the kind of vision that they have, we haven't seen it anywhere else in the world. So I think we're going to be okay, guys. We're going to be okay. Mo, haha, my question got skipped. Mo, I'm so sorry if your question got skipped. Let me find you again. Where is Mo? Mo, thoughts on MJL? Sorry, Mo. See, I found you, Mo. Not going to leave anyone behind. I'm going to try my best. Okay, Mo, MJL is pure. I think, see, MJL is one of those end user products that it's a great place to live. I love Jumeirah. I love the vibe of Jumeirah. It's got a different vibe in general. Al Qasr is one of my favorite hotels in Dubai. So I would look at it more like an end user product at this stage. Initially, if you had invested into it, it would have been a fantastic investment product. At this stage, I think it's more of an end user product. Okay, Steffi, what's your opinion on Bengati Hills in Science Park? One bed, 960 bought for 1.25 million. Is it better to sell before completion or rent? Which would give me more? Steffi, I think good news is that the new products that are coming in are more expensive than 1.25 million. So that's good, definitely good news. I think the size is quite big for an investor. As an investor, a one bed I would buy between 750 800. I think that's tops, that's maximum, because when it goes bigger, you're paying more service charges and it's just wasted space. You don't. I think 750 to 800 is perfect. Below 700 is concerning also. So I think 750 to 800, 968. Selling becomes a little complex, right? Because the new buyer is also concerned. But I've just mentioned earlier in this podcast, I'll be doing a very detailed sort of investigation for these locations because a lot of products coming in. I think these are places where plots do exist now because most of the plots are getting finished in Dubai. There's not much of land. There's a limit of land that can be sold. So I will be doing an investigation and I will be giving a report very soon. What do you think? Okay. What do you think about Arada's? One more minute. What do you think about Arada's W Residences Planet Dubai Harbour? It's one bedroom unit with sea view. Do you think it offers potential capital gains? A lot of W residences. It's funny, like because I was just seeing the W residences in JLT as well, and Marriott is also coming with JLT. I need to um, understand the pricing, and then I'll be able to give you a review on this. But Arada's W residences, I'll compare to the JLT one, and then I'll update you. So I think I've got two reports based on this podcast. Um, all the best. Thank you. Hey, Zaib, thanks for doing this. Just wanted to know your thoughts on the upcoming. Safir Ahmed, actually, Jumeirah Garden City. I knew there was one location I was forgetting. I want to, so I don't want to compare Jumeirah because Jumeirah Garden City getting one beds around 900,000. So, so Jumeirah Garden City was one of those locations I wanted to add. Guys, I have to leave now. I really, really enjoyed this session. It was phenomenal. Thank you so much for the energy. I'll come back on Monday. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is challenging. In fact, I'm going to do it on Wednesday. My wife has a training session. After seeing my videos, she's like, I also want to go on YouTube. So she's learning this NLP and life coach thingy. So I think she's on a training. I have to do babysitting till Tuesday. So, so after 4, I have to at least reach home for the kids. So Wednesday, 4 p.m., I'll be going live again. So I'll have peace of mind. I can just sit down, relax, and have a good session. But thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. This has been great.